And we are underway from NRG Stadium in Houston. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. Now a first down throw, Watson. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked up by Justin Reed. And his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line. I'm not sure exactly what they had planned for play number 1 from scrimmage, but I can guarantee it wasn't that interception.
No doubt about that one, because in their daydream, this was going to be a dream play to get things started. Instead, it turned into a nightmare for them.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. After the interception, here's Watson. And this one grabbed by Darren Fells. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. A fresh set of downs on a gain of 13 there for the Texans. To throw is Watson. It's complete to Hopkins. And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. A 22-yard touchdown grab. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. Kaimi Fairbairn on for the extra point. And the Texans take a 7-0 lead.
Makes the score Texans 7, Texans nothing. Kaimi Fairbairn set to kick off.
So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. Not the start that they were hoping for. The interception on the first play of the game. It leads to 6 points the other way. How do you rebound from here?
A little bit of humor. Got to laugh that one off, and not the ha-ha, that was very funny, but kind of like, can you believe that just happened? Let's go out and play now. Let's just start over.
That's good for Texans.
Watson on first down. Under pressure now, Watson, and down he goes. Whitney Merciless showing no mercy. Flies in for the sack. Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. Now it's Watson. Escaping the pressure right. He's going to take off with it. I thought they were going to sack him there like they did on first down. Great coverage, but he found a way to move with his legs.
Yeah, his ability to take off, not only did he get some yardage back, he got a little bit extra. Really helps him on 3rd down. Makes it manageable now.
Finding Fells complete. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 16 yards on that one, and also a Texan first down. On first down, it's Watson. He's got Fuller. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. A good pickup there at 22. From the gun, here's Watson. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. I know he wants to get his team back in the game, but a 50-50 ball right there that maybe was a little questionable.
Yeah, he's pretty lucky to get that one back. I think that sometimes these quarterbacks play with a lot of confidence that borders on arrogance, and that can put your team in some Dutch.
Yeah, especially maybe want to look at some safer routes after the interception he had that ended their last drive. Another throw on 2nd down, and this one incomplete as well. Jonathan Joseph there on the coverage. This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. To the air yet again, Watson. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Justin Reed. And a great return as he's up close to the 40-yard line. No doubt, a very disappointing end to what was a pretty strong opening drive.
They had 3 points in their back pocket. It was there for them. If you don't like what you see, just throw it away. Make sure you get those points on the board. Don't get too greedy. He forced it there. You saw the end result.
Touchdown, Houston. Carlos Hyde, 62 yards. And the Texans are able to show off their quick strike ability. And on that long run, maybe the defense caught napping a little bit.
The concentration level may not have been there. I agree with you on that one, because those types of plays, when they result like that, they're almost like big bolts of lightning, aren't they? Whoosh, and off he goes.
So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he'd taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board.
You don't want none, baby. You don't want none. Hey, you don't want to see me.
On first down, Watson. He's letting this one go for Fuller. That's caught inside the 20. And he'll take this one in for a Texans touchdown. Will Fuller, 64 yards, as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. They were already down 2 scores early. They needed something to try to stem that tide, and that certainly qualifies. A big play to get him in the end zone.
It qualifies indeed, because let's face it, they don't get something done on this drive, turn it back over, this game could be 88 and out the gate early.
What? 88 and out the gate?
Yeah.
What's that?
Well, listen, I used to hear my old man talk about it. Usually meant that thing's done.
Well, now that they got the touchdown, it's not 88 and out the gate. We still got a good game going ahead of us.
The Texans take over first and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And they hit the home run last drive. 1 play on the ground all the way to the house. Now the defense, maybe they're expecting a run here.
Partner, I love your description, because when we talk about hitting the home run, we're usually thinking about a passing play, aren't we? Something in the air, deep ball. But how about them just taking it big-time jaunt? Now if you're coming back out, now they've established this run game, the play-action pass could very well be open.
From the 32 now, here's first and 10. Watson now to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down.
Incomplete. Brings up second and 10.
Here's second and 10 now from about the 32.
Hey, 31! Hey, switch gears, switch gears. Switch!
Throwing again is Watson. Flush to his right. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down.
Quarterback forced out of bounds and boom! A loss of 3 yards. And it's third down.
Following the sack, it's now 3rd and long for Watson and the Texans. Through 1 quarter, 14-7 our score.
14. Texans 7.
Following the sack, it's now 3rd and long for Watson and the Texans.
Check 4. Alert! And no timeout.
3rd and long, it's Watson. Being chased out left. He can run for it, and he will. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a first down.
After the sack, you could understand him maybe being a little bit nervous back there, a little skittish. But he looked awfully decisive when he took off and ran.
Very decisive, and picked up that first down in the process. So the big play moves him all the way across midfield to the 40 now for 1st and 10. Watson. There goes a deep ball, end zone. And that'll wind up incomplete. Trying to give his man room to run under it, but it's 2nd down.
But one thing's for sure, when you've got a big receiver and you trust him downfield, you're going to give him opportunities to go up and get that 50-50 ball.
And he is a darn good big receiver. Unfortunately, that time didn't work out. Nice job defensively. So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10.
Hey, 31! Mike, 55. Check, 55, Mike. Watch the screen, watch the screen. Check 52. 54.
Now a play fake, and it's Watson. And he's going to lose a yard or two, taken down behind the line. The Clemson product, DJ Reader, got in for the sack. Throwing on 3rd down, Watson. And the pressure gets to him again. Watson going to stay out there as they'll go for it on 4th. On 4th down, Watson. Flushed out right. He finds Hopkins complete.
Can anyone get it?
What a move. And he takes it down deep into enemy territory. Wow, 1st and goal, and defensively all they can do is shake their heads. Not only did they allow the conversion, but a big play as well. And he's maybe going to get this back to the 4, but that's about all. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal. On 2nd and goal, Watson to the goal line, but it's incomplete. The Pro Bowler DeAndre Hopkins, the intended receiver. But now it's 3rd and goal. That pass just a little bit off. It looked like maybe he tried to force it in there.
Game speed, always different, no matter what you do in practice. Can't simulate it, right? So your decision-making, everything has to be a little bit quicker. Sometimes it can throw you off until you adjust.
Now Watson on 3rd and goal. Forced it and put it on the board. It's 6, a touchdown. Deshaun Watson with his 2nd touchdown here in this 1st half. And the Texans push further out in front. They were looking to pass the ball there, but they forgot to account for the man with the football.
Yeah, I can hear people right now saying, well, why don't you have a spy in your defense, someone who will dance with him and go where he goes? Well, oftentimes if you utilize a spy, you've taken away someone in coverage as well. And oftentimes, the spy, not as athletic as the guy he's trying to keep up with, so he gets defeated anyway.
And he turns 3rd and goal into a touchdown. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. And they had to wait a long time to get the football back. Probably not what you were hoping for when you got an offense that's humming.
Agreed. What you were looking for is a defense get the ball back pretty quickly, right? Hoping for a 3 and out. So that didn't happen. You can't yell at your D for that. They've got to take care of their own business and reestablish themselves now that they're back on the field.
Going deep for Hopkins. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on 1st down, but he couldn't reel it in. From the 21, it's 2nd and 10.
Watch out, watch. 36. Tight end right. 24 down, he's coming. Rush in.
Watson now to throw again. Dancing to his left. And they'll get him down here at the 23. It's just a gain of a couple there on the scramble, and now it's 3rd down. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this 1st half of action. A reminder, coming up at halftime, Jonathan Coachman will join us from Orlando with our halftime report. But business to take care of before we get there.
A 2-minute drill before the coach's 2-minute drill.
Eluding the pressure right. And he finds Stills, complete. That's one heck of a third down conversion, a pickup of 39.
I think it's pretty safe to say that initially they had to be thinking about trying to get into field goal range. But after that shot right there, they've got to be thinking bigger right now.
And that was probably their thought offensively. If we hit this, great, let's go for the end zone. If not, settle for a field goal. Looks like they can try to hit pay dirt.
Kill. 22, Jet, bomber. 22, Jet, bomber. 41's the mic. 41's the mic. 26. Watch the out.
On 1st and 10, Watson escaping the pressure right. It's complete to Fuller. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. 28 yards the gain there on the catch and run.
Sometimes it's designed, and sometimes you just have to know when to leave the pocket and move and make something happen. And on that play, he was able to get on the run and was still accurate throwing the football.
A first down carry here for Johnson. And here he'll get it down to the 7. We'll call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down.
A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6 at the 7-yard line.
On second down now, it's Johnson, and he's in. Touchdown, Houston. Taking it in from 7 yards away as his guys are back within a single score.
I know we don't talk about it enough, but the intelligence level of the guys up front blocking, the offensive linemen, maybe the smartest guys in football overall. Add in a little bit of athleticism and a whole lot of toughness, you've got a lot to deal with, don't you?
That's why the guys in the backfield get them really nice Christmas gifts, right?
If they're smart, they do.
So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And all that worked, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. Still more than a minute to go, so there is time if they want to mount something here.
Not only time, but they have 3 timeouts at their disposal as well. So that changes everything that you're doing here. Without those timeouts, you can only work the sidelines, hoping to get out of bounds. Here, the middle of the field is still available because you can call timeout and regroup.
On 2nd and 7, Watson nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Bernardrick McKinney muscled his way in for the sack. Back to throw, Watson. And the throw there going to be incomplete. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 35 seconds to go in quarter number 2. On 4th down, here's Brian Anger now to kick this one away. A big kick there. We'll call it 56 yards on the punt. And the Texans will take over with a 1st and 10. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Well, I'm trying something on 1st down, and it's something that's safe. It's something that's been done many times before. A lot of people say it's not even worth trying, but I'm running a draw. I'm running a screen. I'm seeing if something pops, and if it does, that can alter my strategy and potentially get me some points. And if it doesn't work, well, then you just run the clock out and go to the locker room.
On 2nd and 10, Watson flush to his right. On the run, he'll let this go deep. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off around the 27. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. Time here for likely a couple plays if they want it, but with the field position what it is, maybe better suited to just sit on this one?
I'm with you totally. I would sit on it and get into the locker room. and
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Now the Texans will use one of their 2 remaining timeouts as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long.
Check the ball. Hey, pick the leg. Alert 3.
Here's Watson. And that is incomplete. 7 seconds remaining.
Intended for Darren Fells. Incomplete. Let's hear it, Texans fans.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. A shotgun snap for Watson. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. Here's Brian Anger now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the NFL, and it's a presentation of EA Sports. Okay, Coach, appreciate it. A 1-touchdown game here as we get set to resume play in the second half. It's the Texans in front, and they're going to get the football first as we are back underway in the 3rd quarter. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. They'll bring it back to just about the 25, call it the 24-yard line.
The Texans take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the 3rd quarter.
I like the way you term that because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
We'll see if they do just that. Now on 2nd and 13. Watson flushed out right. He's letting and that's caught inside the 35. And at the end of it, he's stripped. Ball comes loose. And the Texans scoop it.
It's not often that we see big plays end in disaster, and we just absolutely saw it right there. They had something really big cooking on that one.
Can you, when you're down near the goal line like that on a big play, do you get maybe a little too careless, a little too desperate for the goal line?
I think the last part is exactly right. You get desperate for the goal line, and sometimes you get the ball out of it, away from your body, or you're trying to extend to get there, or maybe you're just trying so hard that the ball will come out of your hand.
Oh, the ball is out. Watson lost it, and the Texans scoop it, and his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line.
When I see a play like that, I come back to risk reward. I don't know about you, but is it worth it at that point, whatever you're going to pick up, to either take the hit, and in this case, lose the football?
So should have gone down. I mean, hindsight's always 20/20, but that's the safe play.
You're exactly right. Hindsight's really never wrong, is it? Because you can analyze it, but I think ultimately you got to look at it as a first option. Taking care of the ball, getting what you can, and that's it. Don't worry about any more.
Working his way for a gain of 7 to the 26.
A gain of 7.
Now Watson, eluding the pressure right. And he's got the completion to Hopkins. And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. DeAndre Hopkins, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Texans push further out in front. Always important to get the... Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it. And this fake extra point attempt failed big time. Not only did they not get it, they went backwards.
Let me go ahead and show my age a little bit. I liked it when they would fake it from the 3-yard line, right? When you'd line up, go ahead, and, oh, there's a fake, and now he's going to get 2. That's great. But from the 15, the risk-reward, it's just not there.
It's so risky to get 15 yards on a fake. Well, you see the result right there.
Yeah, I know these young whippersnappers are trying to do different things in this game, but let's go back to old reliable. Kick the ball through the post.
Get off my lawn.
That's darn right.
Watson will bring up the Texans here, 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Now the pass hauled in by Kenny Stills. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34. Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34. Now a quick throw as that's complete on the hitch route. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. Watson now 9 of 16 through the air as he's got it 1st and 10.
I can't believe they even let
1st and 10 at the 35-yard line.
Check. Fresno.
Out of the gun, Watson. That's Stills bringing it in. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. 15 yards, the Texans pick up the 1st down.
I think that's a big pickup for a 1st down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a 1st down, executed it to perfection.
Let's go. Mike 41. Man out.
From the 50, it's Watson. He's going to fire one deep. He's got it at the 15. Touchdown, Houston. Will Fuller with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon as his guys are back within a single score. The 21st pick back in the 2016 draft, Will Fuller, and we know that he can take the top off of a defense.
He certainly can, and the way that he does it is just straight, pure speed. And I saw it with one of the better defensive coordinators in the league, and I said, how do you defend that? And he said, at times, you absolutely don't. If the quarterback gets time and he heaves it downfield, Will Fuller's going to outrun any coverage you put out there.
And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line.
The Texans take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. Here's Hyde as they begin on the ground. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. And that's going to go as a loss of 6, and it'll set him back for 2nd down.
41 Mike. Yo. Big Ed. Sponge. No. Dynamo.
Now on 2nd and 16, Watson escaping the pressure right. Now he'll pull it down. He'll wind up with positive yardage. It's a gain of 3, but now it's 3rd down.
They brought the blitz that time, and I thought they were going to get to him, but instead he flipped it on its ear and ended up picking up positive yardage.
I thought he was dead to rights, but you are exactly correct, sir. Able to turn that into a positive gain.
Let's go, beat him. Alert. Let's get there.
To throw is Watson. Throwing on 3rd and long. And he's caught on the sideline, but he's not going to have a 1st down. They say he was out of bounds. So a big call there that brings up 4th. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Looks like the offense is going to take another shot here. They're going on 4th and 13.
We got 3, fellas. We got 3.
They are going for it. Here's Watson going deep for Hopkins. And this is going to be incomplete. Boy, a real head-scratcher there. And the Texans take over an excellent field position.
Is a turnover on downs.
19. Check. 41's coming. 41's the mic. Drop deep. Wide, get wide. 20 points down, he's coming.
Now a first down throw. Watson flush to his right. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. So after the sack, they'll come up on a still manageable 2nd and 13. To throw is Watson. Over the middle, and it's incomplete. There defensively to knock it away was the safety, Justin Reed. The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. Operating from the gun, Watson. And the catch made by Hopkins. And he'll take this one in for a Texans touchdown. 23 yards for the touchdown. As they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. Extra point by Fairbairn, up and good. And we are tied at 27 all. Boy, hard to ask for a better game thus far. 27 apiece is our score as the kick's away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line.
The Texans take over 1st and 10 at their own 17-yard line.
Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks.
Watch the screen, watch the screen. Watch the screen. At 59.
They start the drive with Hyde. And he'll be taken down after a minimal pickup, and that will take us to the end of quarter number 3. Back now in Houston, all even as we get ready to start the 4th. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
Check tight.
Here's Watson. Screenplay, Johnson. He's got a first down and more past the 30. A big one there for the Texans, 18 yards.
When you run a screen pass really well, you got to like the look of it because so many parts come together to make it work well. The offensive linemen, where they're faking people out, the back slipping out there, catching the football, then all of them going together as one unit downfield. A really nice pickup.
It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up 2nd down. Now it's Watson, a bootleg. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. To Sean Gibson. Give him the sack on the safety blitz. Following the sack, it's now 3rd and long for Watson and the Texans. Flushed out right. And he's going to go down again. Bernardrick McKinney able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
On the return, Carter. And all the way down inside the 25 before he's out of bounds. He had his sights on the end zone, no doubt, but is brought down after a huge return there. And the Texans with great field position to start this drive as they take over 1st and 10.
Hey, take. Come to my work. We want it. Come to my work. Show it up. Show it up.
They'll run on 1st down. Johnson, and he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. And this is going to be caught. He won the fight for the football. It's a pickup of 17 and a first down. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
That gets him 3 yards closer here as it brings up 2nd and goal. Now, what's the thinking here? Because a touchdown would be nice, but you've ensured yourself a chance at 3 in the lead, so how worried are you about the 6?
You're not very worried about if you're confident in your kicker. And if you got a kicker who can put it through the post, you feel really good about trying to bleed that clock down. In an ideal scenario, your kicker puts it through the post as the clock hits zeros.
So it's Texans football as we welcome you back. They've got it 2nd and goal as they look to grab a late lead. To Johnson again. And he'll get him a bit closer as he's down to the 2-yard line. They had 3 yards on first down, just 1 yard there. And now with 1:52 to go, we get another pause in the action. A timeout here defensively. Well, they've been so good on 3rd down all day long. Can they convert another here on 3rd and goal? Now Watson. Eluding the pressure right. And, boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. He opted to go with a scramble, gets 2 yards, and now it's 4th. And no movement for the field goal unit to break this tie. They're going to go for this thing. 4th and goal. Here we go. They will indeed snap it to Watson. Got a man open. It's Fuller for the Texans touchdown. Will Fuller there to make the grab. And the Texans have taken the lead. Fairbairn good with the extra point, and they will take a 7-point lead. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20.
At their own 18-yard line.
Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. They're down here in a 1-score game, but the time, it's a factor, but it's not a huge factor right now, is it?
It's really not, because this amount of time gives them a chance to run their offense, to go through play sequences. And this is what they work on every week in practice, usually on a Friday. They go over this type of a situation, late game situation. What are we going to do when we have the opportunity? They've called these plays a bunch of times. Now's their chance to execute them.
They have the opportunity now. Here's the execution. Now a deep ball there on 2nd down, but it'll wind up incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
24. I'm scared. Hey, 4-1 Mike. 4-1 Mike.
Watson. He's got Fuller. They do get 12, but they'll be marked short. And that leads to a 4th down.
So much about offense is what you call hidden yardage. You know, you throw the ball to someone, they catch it, and then they can make a big play. You know, they create a play, run after catch. They did a really nice job there of limiting that and keeping him from a first down.
Yeah, stopped him in his tracks. Here we go on 4th. Watson, and he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Texans take over an excellent field position.
What's up? 19. Oh, you got deep? You got double time. Double time.
Down to a knee here as the Texans look to let the clock roll.